Pickaxe.
Hi guys, here is a free premium preview of one of the bonus shows we do during the week, PC Outsiders, for our subscribers.
That's right.
We're going to check out Windrose, NVIDIA news, what the hell is going on at PC Gamer.
Yeah, we're going to find out what a sicko game is, apparently.
Yeah, it's a sicko writer, maybe, who wrote it. So if you want weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and to support the show, you can head down to videogameoutsiders.com, hit that red button, and listen in your player of choice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to PC Outsiders. We're going to talk about some games, some news. How you feeling, John?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh my God. The voice is still rough, but at least you're sounding more male. So yeah, I mean, that's
more
a good
male.
thing.
Yeah.
Last night you were
That's
like
right.
Jennifer Jacobson. People were messaging like, who's this angry lady? And I don't mean Michelle. So yeah, I did play a little bit more Windrose last night. I got my boat. So thank you, Agate in Discord, for setting up a server. If you want to play on the VGO server, there's information in Discord. Check the pins. And the cool thing is you can take your character into our server. Just make sure there's like nothing in your bags that you don't want brought over. And then you can move characters around freely. So that's nice. And then the host doesn't have to be on. It's a dedicated server and you can just hop in and out of that server. So come on down to Discord if you're playing more Windrose. And yeah, I think there's like 100K concurrent right now. So I think it's going to keep growing over the weekend.
So I have questions.
Yes.
Did you build this boat?
No, the first one they give you is like a little tiny raft to be like, I don't know, a rowboat
A dinghy?
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to get from like island to island. And then I think you're going to be building like a bigger one with the cannons and all that. So they give you that sort of like your mount, I guess, just to kind of,
I see.
just a basic
So is
boat.
there crafting recipes to make boats?
There will be, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I haven't gotten to that yet.
What do you
I've
need? Just like a tree branch and some rocks?
Twigs. How do they do it? But yeah, so I started doing that a little bit. I'll be playing more Windrose, I'm sure, this week. I also played a little demo that I have mixed feelings on. It's called Shadow Dungeon. It's made by one Chinese guy. The demo is getting a little bit of attention, at least trending.
I love that place.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got the name. But it comes out in May, but the demo's out. The animations are horrible. The character model looks like AI, but the rest of the world looks like Diablo 1. Like it's got that, typical art style.
Yeah.
So it's like what I've been saying I wanted, which is like an ARPG meets a survivor's like. So it feels and looks a little like Diablo 1, but there's more about like different maps and enemies flooding at you. But it's just a loot fest. Like I've realized that I like anything where loot gets dropped on the floor. Like I'm in, so it just appeals to me. So I've been going through that. I like the talent tree. He's got 3 big trees for each class. There's 4 classes. You can be a lightning mage, an ice mage, whatever. So like I'm having fun fooling around with the talents and like getting loot. But other than that, like the enemies are janky. The movement is janky. It's like not perfect, but there's something addicting and fun about it. So I do like that loop. So if you like those old school things and you can get by the other things I'm talking about, check out the Shadow Dungeon demo with the full release coming out in May. So, we're seeing more and more of these things made by small teams, 15 people for Windrose, or one guy like this I just played. And I saw this article from WCCF Tech. AAA dominance is eroding 56% of PC gamers. All of the revenue going outside of the top 20 games. So that's different because GTA apparently makes a shit ton of money on console, but on PC, it's not much at all. So people on console play more of the top 20 games. People on PC still get the top 20 games generally, but we don't play them as much.
Right.
So
Because there's more choices, right?
More choices, or maybe we do and then we move on. So this is for Western markets only: US, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, whatever. So yeah, that's more than half of the revenue, which is up from less than half in 2022. It means we're moving more and more away from AAA to putting money into. I mean, it says console platforms are moving in the same direction, but much slower. So the trend is there, but they aren't taking a huge jump. So I mean, that's where a lot of I guess it depends. Like, do I call Crimson Desert a huge developer? Are they a AAA developer? Pearl Abyss? I mean, it depends how you start to categorize this. But yeah, so I definitely noticed that a lot of my time is not spent with, the mainstream things only because there's just so much going on. I also think PC gamers tend to play more games and play more in general. Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, I think you're right. I mean, for me, I'm a little more.
You have a mixed bag going on, yeah.
Well, no, I feel like on my PC, like with Steam, I'm a little more spontaneous buying things. Like there's always something that just pops up, that unexpected. Whereas I feel like on the console, it just moves way slower when shit, the way stuff shows up.
Well, there's less like non-AAA games on the console. They don't have as many options, like you say.
They do, but it's not when they get the non-AAA indie stuff. That stuff was on Steam a year ago, right?
Yeah, so people maybe have already played, or they just
a lot of times it's like, oh, I already did that,
Yeah. So I just wanted to check in with you with your PC. By the way, I'm drinking just water.
Okay.
I know you haven't done much, but you were tweaking last we spoke on PC Outsiders with Crimson Desert. And I did see, once again, like we talked about last night, that they did improve graphics and things like that.
They did, yeah.
You'll have to go in and retweak. There's new optimization guides for Crimson Desert, by the way, since all these updates with new things people are recommending. So it's constantly evolving.
Well, I mean, listen, I played it this week or last week, and the game looked better. It just did, and I didn't do anything. So they're doing something, because there's that DLSS setting. What is it? The frame, or whatever the fuck it is. Not the frame generation. The
ray reconstruction?
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Because when I turned that on, it looked very vibrant, and it's almost like I had like a taste of it somehow last week. That makes sense.
I was going to bring this up to you because this is an article here on DSO Gaming and specifically mentions Crimson Desert. So there's DLSS Enabler can now simulate DLSS 4 multi-frame gen times 5, 6, and 7 on any DirectX 12 GPU. Previously, the enabler could only do 3 and 4. So this is something you could have tried before, but now I would never do more than like 2 or 3, but that's just me. But this is a tool you should maybe look at just for Crimson Desert. They're saying the reason I use Crimson Desert in the image is because DLSS Enabler supports it. With DLSS Enabler and MFG X5, the NVIDIA RTX 4090 can push 220 FPS. Now, I don't know if this works on the 30 series. Is the 30 series a DX12 GPU? I mean,
it supports DirectX 12, right?
Yeah, it does. So does that make it one? Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah, supporting DirectX 12 Ultimate. So, so you should be able to do this. And he says this is on max settings with NVIDIA ray construction. You can still use dynamic frame gen to lock your frame to a specific value. So if you were like, I want to get 80 no matter what, make it happen. So, check out that article specifically for Crimson Desert.
Okay.
And this is, now the guy who wrote this article is John Papadopoulos, and I know you're a big fan of Greek people, so you definitely have to check this.
Is he on Forbes?
I don't know. No, this is DSO Gaming. So a lot of these tools are coming out to kind of roll things back for older cards, which I'm surprised NVIDIA hasn't done at this point, to at least give 2 times frame gen to the 30 series. But whatever, you can probably, like I said, just turn them on anyway. What else?
Well, I found this Steam group.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Helicopter Games.
You could make like your best friend in there.
But there's a game that's been in my cart on Steam I haven't checked out yet. I'm going to probably buy this week. It's called Cleared Hot.
Okay.
Do you remember these isometric helicopter games back in the day? The big one was, trying to think of it. It's like Desert Strike. Do you remember these games at all?
I have to tell you, helicopters have never appealed to me. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had the original MS Flight Sim.
Yeah.
And was it DOS? I think it might have been. And it was like a big deal in the house, but I just had no interest in it. So I've never followed the airplane.
I've always been into
genre.
Helicopter games. I think like Choplifter.
I think you should start a podcast about it. Look, I'm supportive.
Like Choplifter was a game that I played like on Apple IIs, and it was fucking phenomenal. And I think ever since then, and then there was a Will Wright game called Simcopter that I played in the late 90s, where you went around rescuing people off burning buildings and shit, and like picking people up and bringing them to hospitals. It was fucking amazing.
What happened to that update they were supposed to do with the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, where you were like doing all that? Remember, like rescuing
the missions?
people. Yeah, did that ever come to?
I think that's in there now.
Okay.
I need to play that game. VR kind of ruined me, because I feel like if I play that now, I need to pull my VR out.
Right.
But I should play that. I actually played recently, and I played Flight Simulator like in the last 6 months, because I was talking to somebody and they were telling me about this plane, and so I took off from a local airport.
Right.
And it's kind of fun to fly over like where you live and stuff. I mean, that game is fucking, every time I play it, I'm blown away, and I probably could like play that for the rest of my life, and only that. Like, it's that good. But anyway, this Steam group, I need to find more groups like this, But they've got all these helicopter games. I think I'm going to go through this and play a bunch of them.
Yeah,
one
they
of them's
probably rated them, like recommended are the best ones.
Yeah. And right now the one they're really pushing is Cleared Hot, which has like crazy great reviews right now, overwhelmingly positive. It came out in November. So I'm going to get that one and maybe play it this week. Might be a good Steam Deck mode game.
And when are you going to start gargling with salt water?
I know. Is this hard to hear me like this?
You sound better than last night. Last night I didn't know who Janine Jacobson was. But yeah, I'm in the Ultra Wide Master Race Steam group. So
you're not in the helicopter one?
No. No interest in helicopters, I got to say.
And I'm drinking just the water right now, Michelle.
Okay. I pulled some news. I did want to see if you had heard of or saw the Warhammer Classics, which just popped up on Steam. So they have an official launch trailer that shows all like 5 games or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, so actually it's more, bringing over a dozen iconic titles back to Steam. Timeless Warhammer video games return. So Rights of War, Shadow of the Horned Rat. Don't think I've played, I'd say, most of these. So I may want to go through these and just kind of check them out. Some of them are old school, like Doom shooters. Some of them look like little RTSs, but Blood Bowl, that's like a football game or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of little
Now, are these
properties.
just ports to Windows from DOS, or what is this?
I don't know.
I mean, some of them are obviously very old. Some of them
they are.
Not so
it looks
old.
like they probably just made it so they work, they run, they added resolutions. I don't think they're like full remasters or anything like that.
Right.
But you can get like a whole bundle for $50. They've got like 3 different bundles going on: 90, 50, and like 174. You can buy them a la carte. So some of them are really cheap, like $1 game, $2 games. But
yeah, some of them look pretty cool though.
Yeah,
like some of them look like they're like from the PS2, PS3 era, and some of them look older than that.
Yep.
I mean, Warhammer's been around forever.
I mean, it is the thing that inspired a lot of things, including like World of Warcraft and stuff. So I'm looking forward to the series that's coming. But yeah, I mean, the most recent game I played that I really liked was Space Marine 2. But there is an upcoming RTS game as well. So check that out if you're a Warhammer fan. I'm kind of curious about some of these. I'm wondering if they have any like little
I remember
Survivor
going to the
style
mall and
ones.
seeing these nerds painting the figures.
Probably enjoy that. My sister used to paint like cars when I was a kid and stuff, and do all that crafty stuff. But I don't think we ever did figures. I mean, it's kind of cool. Now you just 3D print them, right? So you don't have to paint them.
Yeah, like when I was super young, Dungeons and Dragons was a really big deal in the 80s, and I never really played it. I mean, we kind of tried to play it, but I would buy the little pewter figures and then paint them and stuff.
I never grew up around any of that. I guess, I don't know, I never saw it. People weren't into it, but I think I would probably like that. Like, do you have to have like a little magnifying glass and a tiny paintbrush?
Yeah.
It must be fun to do like small detailed work, It's probably
and then
relaxing.
the book was like, basically it was a book, and it was a dungeon master, and he'd read off what was happening, and I don't remember it. Some nerdy shit.
That's all right. I like nerdy stuff. Other news that's going on, Epic Game Store employees have come out and said, we knew this, people only came for free games, then returned to Steam.
Duh, including me.
So these are 2 former employees who talked to Tech Power Up. I guess they're a little bitter because, like I was saying, I think they probably feel like they were let go because there was too much invested into the Epic Store to try to take down Steam, and nobody really thought that was going to work, right? And paying for exclusives, paying for infrastructure.
Yeah, because the only time I used Epic when it started happening was when they announced free games. I'd turn it on, I'd add to my account and shut it. And
I stopped doing that even. I'm like, I don't even want this free game in here.
I was going to say, I stopped doing that too, because in the beginning it felt kind of special, right? And then you got numb to it.
Here's the analogy I'd give you. Like, oh, do you want this fresh bag of Lay's potato chips? Sure, that sounds tasty. Okay, do you want to eat it in this busted Subway? No, I don't. Or do you want to eat it in your house, in your bed?
Right.
I don't want the Lay's anymore.
Yeah. You can only eat it in this phone booth in this middle of a swamp.
And you have to get it. It's like, I don't want this. And people people that weren't PC gamers never got it. They continually argue with me. I don't get it, Michelle. It's just a launcher. What are you talking about? This is going to take over. This is big. Fortnite's huge. And it's like, everybody who plays games on PC regularly kind of gets it. Why we don't want to use Epic. We want to use Steam. And people just are seeing more and more now.
So I'm on PCGamer.com, and they actually have a page that they update with the free games of the week on Epic. So they've been doing games and we don't even know it anymore.
No,
so
I think people are like... Yeah.
Like right now, you can get Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. Tomac saved the Earth. Like the game quality has gone down. They did
you want this Oreo that you have to eat in this bus? No, I don't. This is what I don't want. This stuff. I don't want these games. It could be the best game ever. I don't think I'd claim it. That's almost how I feel about the Game Pass app too, John. It's sad. It's weird. Oh. I know you don't feel that way.
I don't mind that.
It's not that bad. I said almost.
Yeah.
Okay, but. There's a big difference going on. That's why you asked me last night about Hightail. I'm like, I'm not getting their proprietary launcher to play Hightail if it eventually comes to Steam in 1.0 and it's done. Like that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, for some reason the Xbox One feels different to me. I don't know why, because maybe it's Microsoft.
Not as bad. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Microsoft. It's their OS. It's kind of built in a way, and I'm all in on Game Pass. So
this is Steam news. They may be working on Steam GPT. It appeared in Valve files, an internal feature based on the newly tracked Steam files. Task creation, labeling, model evaluation, summaries. Looks like an internal tool instead of a public chat bot. Okay. So this was like clickbait headline.
But it does anti-cheat and security.
Steam GPT is tied to task queues, labeling jobs, test results, and fine-tuning data. Another service called Steam GPTS Summary appears to pull account-level details such as profile info, security, and stuff like that. But so they're using internal
Michelle,
AI tools like every company.
No, but it's AI, though, that's going to analyze suspicious behavior in Counter-Strike 2.
Okay. Connected highly to Counter-Strike.
It's going to be likely integrated into Counter-Strike 2 using AI to evaluate trust factors and analyze user data for cheating or griefing behaviors.
And they're going to be going through your profile, checking to see if there's any shady cheater stuff in there.
I don't know. I don't think I like that.
I don't care.
You don't care?
What am I going to do? Put my profile empty and on private if I care.
But what's
thank you to the people who always give me Steam
But we have
awards,
AI now, like studying how you play the game, and they say...
I don't think it's that nefarious. I think like it's just like an anti-cheat.
Right.
NVIDIA is negotiating to buy a large PC-oriented company. Now let's see what this is. Do we know, or is this
Gateway?
Just clickbait? NVIDIA has been in negotiations for over a year to buy a large company, and it will reshape the PC landscape. Semi-Accurate has been following this story since late 2024. Oh, is it Intel?
They don't need Intel.
Are they telling us the company or what? This is a really bad written article. Semi-Accurate exclusively broke the news about Elon Musk interested in buying Intel.
They quashed the rumor, by the way.
Oh, how people I mean, this just came out today.
NVIDIA quashed it.
Said they're not looking to buy anybody?
Yeah, it says it's not engaged in discussions to acquire any PC maker. And then HP and Dell shares jumped by more than 5% after the rumors circulated.
Oh.
You know, I was going to say Dell as a joke, but I guess not. So I guess HP and Dell were possible targets?
Maybe. Yeah. They don't tell you what the company is here. It says NVIDIA is looking to make a huge purchase that will reshape the PC landscape and server landscape. What was interesting is when we were talking about Jensen and everything with his relationship with TSMC, when I listened to the most recent podcast he was on with Lex, he was talking about how he still has relationships with all of these companies and he feeds them information, and it's like a sort of workflow between all of them. And it's not just them working alone in like a secluded kind of thing. So he does talk to Intel. He does talk to TSMC. He does talk to all the chip makers. He's probably talking to Dell, but it may not be to buy them. It may be to like sharing information back and forth.
No, TSMC basically made him, right? They took a gamble on him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is basically clickbait bullshit article. But...
And the Sega dude too.
Yep.
That Sega guy made bank off him.
I know. People keep saying NVIDIA's going to, when an AI bubble bursts, NVIDIA's going to tank. All right, well, you let me know. You give me your stocks then. You let me know how that works out. NVIDIA's not going anywhere. And so I'm not on board with that. I think that they're in a secure place.
The only reason they might go down is if someone develops some really efficient way to do this without all the power requirements and all that, right?
Yeah. I don't see it happening anytime in the near future, but anything can happen. So
Crimson Desert hit 5 million sales. That seems low, like compared to Wukong, though.
It's definitely low, but it's a different game than Wukong. I mean,
Yeah.
And doesn't have the Chinese market of being like worshipped like Wukong was. But
right.
So 5 million in less than a month, right? Is that a success if a team has, how many people were on it? Like 20, 30? I forget. Or how many? I don't forget how many people are on that team. 300? I don't know. Did we ever talk about that? I mean, for a smaller team, is 5 million copies is probably got to feel pretty good.
So the game was in development for 7 years.
1,000 people there. So, I mean, it's a mid-size. Yeah, it's a mid-size company. So 5 million seems pretty good. And they can continue to update this like they do Black Desert.
So an unverified number is that there was a little bit less than 250 devs at the peak of the development.
Oh, okay. So the other people are like in HR or producers.
The company itself has 1,000 plus employees, but they're doing other stuff too, though, right?
That's true. They're running Black Desert. So so for 250 people,
one's a barista.
Yeah, they have a maid. For 250 people to make Crimson Desert, that's damn impressive. And
that's the unverified rumor.
Yeah.
So.
Well, 200, 500, 1,000 to get 5 million sales. I know it sounds low to us because we think it deserves more, but that's by all measure a hit.
Yeah, so the AI says that 200 to 250 people, peak development. Game was developed over 7 years with a reported budget of about $133 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they got their money back, or close.
Oh, they definitely did. I did see this article from PC Gamer, which, like I said, I don't even go to that website anymore unless it's like to find stuff to make fun of, because they just put out an article specifically to say, don't play Windrose, go play Sea of Thieves. The headline is, after 4 hours of the pirate survival craft Windrose, I'm reinstalling Sea of Thieves. And the guy in it is saying the game is too hard. It is. First of all, I've got a game going on easy, and then I have a normal that I tried, and then I'll probably play hard with my friends. So I have actually tried easy, and I can tell you that it is very easy. You can just stand there while a boar bites you. It's chill. You don't have to think. You're just swinging. So on normal, you got to pay attention, but like it's not that hard. You block. So for them saying it's like, oh, it's so stressful, it's too hard, whatever. The crafting is very forgiving in this game versus like Dune or other survival crafts. It doesn't take that much to make something. Like you can progress pretty fast in this game, at least in the beginning. So I think like it's someone who was paid to write a good article about a Microsoft game or something. Like it doesn't make any sense to me because people are responding to this game.
This guy, there's something going on with people right now. Like so he says,
look at the other article on the top. It's been a month since Pearl Abyss, and I don't even know what Crimson Desert wants to be. So on PC Gamer, they are shitting on two of the most popular PC games right now. Crimson Desert.
Listen to what this guy says. He says, I used to hate Sea of Thieves, awkward swordplay.
It's bad.
But a couple of hours of Windrose, which has this stilted feel of an MMO, it had me missing. Yeah, it had me missing Sea of Thieves slapstick physicality. From the jump,
combat in Windrose is objectively better than Sea of Thieves. Come on.
From the jump, Windrose offers a whole lot to do and even more to unlock, but none of it actually feels good. And precious little shouts. Now this is pirating.
Wow.
People. What is going on?
I don't know, because even somebody like you who doesn't like survival crafts played it and was like, this feels good. This feels
I know, but
special.
This guy actually validates what I was saying about it. He said it has a feel of an MMO, which is the vibe I was getting from it, right?
Well, the new world in your head. I'm not getting MMO. I'm getting like pirate RPG. But
yeah, RPG, whatever. Yeah. It doesn't, I don't feel like I'm in Conan or something,
because it's chill survival craft like Valheim. You could stand there and not starve to death. Other games, you stand there in the sun and you've baked to death. And I get that. It's kind of annoying, but it's not Rust. It's basically chill, relax, craft, and build up your pirate town and your boat and your people.
Right.
And so, I mean, I don't hate on Sea of Thieves just because I didn't personally love it, but to say the combat was better.
Sea of Thieves was lifeless and it was. I mean, listen, I'm a rare person.
Yeah.
I love rare games. I know that game has a following. Maybe it's infinitely better now. I don't know. But when I played it in the beginning, I was not impressed at all. It was dead.
I agree. I returned to it and we sailed around a little bit. We never went back. It was just it didn't feel fun to explore an island and open up a chest and find a banana. Here, I'm like, what is all this shit? And I mean, it's a survival craft, but like I said, I think you're a perfect example of why there's more to this game. And I think that it's going to continue to be popular. So it's just weird to see PC Gamer become a place so out of touch with what PC gamers are playing and what is actually hitting on Steam, like Crimson Desert, like Windrose, that people are responding to, and their writers are going, I don't get it. This game sucks, about every popular game. Doesn't make any sense.
What is PC Gamer? What? Okay, look at this article. What is going on? Like,
Marathon isn't going to be the big hit Sony wants because it's too much of a sicko game.
What is happening?
What is happening? I think we need to do a segment on PC Outsiders. What is happening at PC Gamer?
What does that even mean? It's a sicko game. Like
what? What does that even? What? Well, click in.
I'm looking.
What is a sicko game?
It's knack for. It's not the Marathon's blah 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 was pretty respectable. However, without knowing what Bungie and Sony consider a success, it's basically impossible to confirm whether his performance is enough. Blah blah blah. The thing is, it's immediately obvious that it was never going to be a big thing. What is this fucking article? What is the point of this?
I don't know. I really bring on AI. Bring on AI writers at this point, like, because I don't get what half of this shit is on this website. I don't even want to give them clicks. I hate this Reddit too.
It's a sicko game?
Is that some term? I don't know. They're British over there. Is that some like a sicko? I don't know.
You will die off and lose your loot. There's no safe pocket to hang on to salvage even a little progress on a failed run.
So you got to be sick to enjoy that, meaning is what they're saying?
I guess
it's
so.
It's too harsh. It's too punishing.
It says, while Arc Raiders cast a wide net, Marathon is through and through an unforgiving PvP extraction shooter. Okay, so it's more hardcore.
And so they put that headline so we'd be like, what the fuck, and click in, and it worked. Because instead of just saying it's too hardcore of an experience for people.
Right. It's a game for sickos.
Yeah. So like Dune removed like PvP as being forced at all now for Dune Awakening. Yeah, because people bitch too much. So now you can go to a totally separate end game zone. There's two of them now. One is PvP, one is PvE, because people did not want to PvP. And what people are finding, I guess I've read a few articles on this, I think we've talked about them, is less and less of younger people want to PvP or want to engage in team activities where they have to work together with people. But the PvP is like a major no-no for people. Younger people don't like the pressure or the performance. People call it ladder anxiety. They don't like the feeling like that they could...
But Arc Raiders had that whole thing where people were like, instead of killing each other, like, hey, let's help each other.
That's a perfect example. There are people that just don't want to fight anymore. And the idea of fighting another person is just too much for them and they can't handle it. I think, like, in the long run, PvP multiplayer games are going to be less and less and less and less.
Right. I mean, WoW kind of has gotten away from
like
it
everything.
too, right?
Like, we'll always have the Call of Duties and like shooters, but like Arc Raiders is a perfect example of how people just kind of want to like not kill each other. They can't handle it. They just want to kill bots.
Right.
It's weird to me because I love PvP usually in most games. It's like the fun part. I don't always need it, but if it's in a game, it's usually a blast to play around with, like Warcraft. World PvP back before they ruined it was so fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, just the tense.
Like I remember, like I was in somewhere outside Thunder Bluff, and like the town got raided, and everyone was dead.
Yep.
I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like,
I know.
And it seems so taboo when the other factions came into the area.
It was. It actually meant something. You were worried.
I know. And when you went into the other factions area, you thought you were getting away with murder, and you were scared the whole time. You're gonna get jumped. There's
some new cinematic recon shell marathon release. So, I mean, they're sticking with the game, updating it. I'm sure you'll revisit it at some point.
How about Mouse PI for Hire? Am I playing that?
Yeah, you probably should. I think Kevin's on next week, CC Games. We'll be checking in with him. We've got Pragmata. We've got Mouse PR for Hire. They're supposed to be sending me a Hello Kitty DLC. I may have to check that out. If you force it upon me, I will check it out. But no, that game is cute. So I don't know. And I'll be playing more Windrose. So if you guys out there want to play some Windrose in the server, thank you, Agate Kibbles. Check out the Discord on videogameoutsiders.com. Hit up that Windrose channel. And yeah, I think it's a fun game. And that's going to be kind of my focus this week. John, if you play, let me know. Maybe we'll pop in together because you can take your character anywhere. You can take your one character to group with a friend, then take that character back to your own world. That I really like about the game. So check us out on videogameoutsiders.com and we'll see you Tuesday.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening and subbing.